Are you from Saskatoon? If you aren't, that's okay. But if you are, you need to listen up. Especially if you know me or if you know of me. And if you don't know me, my name is Diamond. I was born and raised in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where I went to River Heights Elementary School and Marion M. Graham High School. I am just redoing my 6th series, which explains how I'm on this app raising awareness about a registered SMEX offender who stalks, hacks, and catfishes people online, particularly women who have rejected him, such as myself. Last year, I found out that a guy hacked and impersonated at least 300 of my friends, family, and acquaintances, if not more. 300's just a known guess. And how I caught him is I caught him behind my friend Stephanie Moore's account. I'm not really sure how long he was pretending to be her for. I'm guessing a good 2 to 3 years, maybe more. But before I even caught him behind her account, I was already suspicious of many other accounts, not including hers, until he gave himself away the night before. Now, through this Stephanie Moore's account, we were planning to have a nail date because I got into a nail hobby the last couple years. And he was making sure I was home alone. He was also trying to hack my phones because it was bugged, which also made me realize he hacked my devices in 2020 because my phone blacked out, and it never made sense why I was getting reach outs from people that only I know of and that nobody else knows of. So since he hacked my accounts and he impersonated my friends and my family and acquaintances, we all have to assume there's accounts of mine out there as well. I know there for sure is a Snapchat account of mine. I caught him behind a really good friend of mine's account recently. So, I thought I was on top of everything, but here he was still catfishing me through an account. And I'm not 100% sure on some of the other ones, so I've been trying to dig through and figure it out if I'm actually still talking to my friends and my family. Before I go into deeper details about how I caught him behind my friend's account and many of the other things that he's done, I need to clearly emphasize that everything that I say in this mini-series, I go into extensive details on my page. So if you go down and you scroll down and you see the videos with the bold texts on it, those are all the details that I'm referring to. So this mini-series is a bit of kind of a jumping back and forth, a bit of a word vomit, and mixed in with a little bit of a timeline. And I've proven to myself by how many people I've talked about this to in many different ways I've explained it, that it doesn't really matter what order or how I explain it, because I didn't really prepare myself for the the redone of my 6th series to make it a little bit more simple and a little bit more shorter and easier for people to follow, especially people that I don't know. But we'll go back. Like I said, I met this guy online and I rejected him. I go into deeper details about all that, but I ended up rejecting him. He got me banned off of dating platforms when he noticeably started mass reaching out to me on the dating platforms right after I rejected him. And then he started to mass reach out to me on social media, like on Facebook and on Instagram. And no, he didn't stalk me because of how I looked or my personality or anything like that. All it had to do was with vulnerability, which I do also go into details about why he chose me and his past victims that I know of as well. Because when we were hanging out, he revealed one of them, which was his ex, Kayla LaRock. The other one I don't name for specific various reasons that I won't get into, but I plan, if I ever do make contact with her, I want to talk to her and get the full story first before I start talking about things. Because I don't want to be exposing anything about her or saying anything that's possibly not true or feeding into a narrative that this guy has built for her online. But anyways, after I rejected him, after he reached out to me, he tried reaching out to me through many fake accounts throughout the years that I just blocked and ignored. Which, yes, I also go into many details of just many little things that he did following up to me finding him behind my friend Stephanie Moore's account. So like I said, he planned a nail appointment through my friend's account to come to my house. And the night before she was to come over, she started aggressively asking for my address, which is completely out of character for her. She knows very well about this situation because back in 2019, I had to communicate with everybody around me about this guy's name, his picture, what he's done, just for safety precautions. And everybody was well aware that if I was asked my address or anything like that, that's a huge no-no. And on top of that, she's also the kind of friend that if she was to go over to your house or you were to go over there, we would have a phone conversation that would tell each other our addresses. It was a habit that she practiced not only for her safety, but for other people's safety as well. And when I was being asked for my address, I knew right away it wasn't her. And I tried actually stalling him to see how much more he would try and talk and spill out. But then I got accused of trying to hack my friend, just some random comment that was blatantly said. So that's why I have suspicions that this guy has tried hacking people while pretending to be me or trying to pin blame on me, like he's done to many other people around me when all this weird stuff happened throughout the years and people will come back with new accounts, which is something that I want to emphasize too, is that he would steal photos of my friends and family. If he couldn't hack their accounts, and believe me, he would try, but if he couldn't hack their accounts, he would just create a whole new account and copy it to a T, because you can copy usernames, just not tag names, and Facebook URLs. But if someone had 2 or 3 pictures for public viewing, that's all he needed. And I didn't question it. I didn't know any different. I thought it was my friend and family. So over the last 5 or 6 years, he either hacked or created accounts of theirs and then added me, or took over their accounts and then just conversated to me through those accounts. And he wasn't only just trying to ambush me, he was trying to keep a connection. He was trying to have an emotional connection and talk on the daily and find out what I was doing. Not just find out about a daily routine, but just find out personal stuff just to talk to me. Because obviously it was my friends and family. I would say things to them that I obviously wouldn't say to him, or that I wouldn't say publicly. And he tried for like a good 4 to 5 years to try and talk to me personally through random accounts, and clearly it didn't work. So we got a big old dumb idea to hack and impersonate my friends and family. Thought he was going to get away with it. Thought he was going to get away with coming to my home and harming me. Because if he was planning to take over my accounts and come to my home and ambush me, my friends and family and I believe he was trying to stage a runaway. And ever since I found out that he's on the registry as of a month ago now, it makes a lot of sense, and it confirms not only my suspicions, but it gives me clear confirmation that I knew he was coming here specifically. And just the amount of time he took to pretend to be my friend, butter me up, gain my trust, and then boop, shoot that question of trying to find my address while trying to hack my devices so I'd have no way to call the cops or friends or family had he shown up to my door. I caught him behind my friend's account and it went all down the drain immediately. And a lot of people, when they hear that right off the bat, they're like, oh, that's so scary. No, what's scary is me not knowing about it and that happening. And what's also scary is him doing this to his previous victims and them having zero clue. That's where my mind went to right away. It not only went to the threat of him possibly trying to harm my kids, because I'm very sure he set up an attack for my son because he got jumped in November 2023. I was tipped off that there was a fake account of his. And since this guy catfishes and impersonates people, I wouldn't put it past him to impersonate my son, egg on some people, and tell him where he went to school and the route that he walked. Because he was also catfishing my son through the Xbox and pretending to be a kid. And he was using a voice changer and he was using a mic, because my rule was my son could not play games with anybody that he didn't know unless they were on a mic. And this guy knew that, as per little conversations we had when we were just kind of talking before we met. Because I was making it clear I was a sharp mom and I had my eyes on my kid. Because even though I was in the dating world, I was well aware of being careful of certain men out there. And I wanted him to know I watched my kid like a hawk, because I sensed some fuckery from him. Anyways, that's it for part 1. Part 2 will be in the next one.